Hello, hi, good day to all of you. This is Jip Ng, and today I'm going to share a bit on this very interesting 4 new HDB estates that are going to build on a brownfield site, whereby all of you are able to look forward to. It's very interesting. And what is actually brownfield site? Brownfield site refer to those sites that have previously having a building on it, or they are used for some other purpose. And after that, demolished, and now is ready to build new buildings. So those are called brownfield sites. So it's very different from a greenfield site. Greenfield site is actually an empty site, nothing on it, and developer will have to start from scratch, right? And most likely is normally referring to our government land sales, the GLS, and so on. So new HDB estates that built on the brownfield site, meaning the new buyer are able to enjoy the mature, ready infrastructures or transportation amenities and so on. So it's going to be very different, and all of these sites are very, very close to the city, right? And government are able to build how many units? They are able to put 14,000 units now on all these 4 sites. So that is actually quite a substantial numbers, right? And it's very close to CBD in the mature estate and close to MRT station. All of them are quite close to MRT station, right? So without further ado, let me proceed to the number 1 site. This is something they have announced in the paper. Yes, this is the Farrer Park site, whereby government is able to build about 1,600 new HDB flats, and they're going to start over in the next 3 years' time. And this is the only HDB BTO that have actually integrated with, a certain team. For this instance, will be the sport and recreational facilities team, right? So imagine here, Farrer Park back then in the 1930s, they are using for as a sport, even a horse racing area, right? And we have a swimming pool, a tennis center, a gym here. So this area is going to transform, and this is bounded by Dorset Route, Kingly Route, and Hampshire Route, plus the race course route. And remember, recently we have one new condo that launched here called Piccadilly Grand. I think the take-up rate was very, very amazing, right? More than 80% was actually sold within the first day of the launch. This particular site is quite close to 2 MRT stations, Farrer Park MRT and the Little India MRT, and it's very close to the quite a number of shopping malls like City Square Mall and the wet market like the Tekka Market and so on, right? So this is the Farrer Road, and as usual, strong demand expected for HDB flat at this site, and the price is going to be like, a 4-room flat is going to cost about 500,000 and above, right? And like what I say, this is the first project that actually built with a sport team in the recent year, right? Quite unique in a way. And beside the sports facilities, of course, over here is a mature estate. You will get to see a lot of commercial, social facilities, and of course, childcare center, Tekka Market, KK Hospital is also around these vicinities. So a project whereby I believe you will get very strong demand when they open up for booking, right? So this is our Farrer Road site. And the next one that I would like to introduce to all of you or to share with all of you is actually the Alexandra Route. This is bounded by Alexandra Route, Prince Charles Crescent, and Alexandra Canal at the back, right? Previously was occupied by a few low-rise blocks for public rental flats, as well as shop and a market. Also, it's located in the mature Bukit Merah estate. And the Bukit Merah, the Red Hill MRT station is about 400 meters away. So they are able to build about 1,500 flats over on this new area. And because of that, actually they government acquired this post office over there, so they can make way to form a bigger plot for the HDB block they are going to build here, right? So this is Alexandra Road, very close to the city also. And the next one will be the Mount Pleasant. This is actually going to be developed on the old Police Academy site. So it's quite a big site because they're going to build about 5,000 HDB flat. This is the second largest so far they have announced, right? And it's going to open up for sales within the next 5 years, right? So this is quite nice, a very big plot. And you can see they actually built an MRT station here called Mount Pleasant, which is under the Thomson East Coast Line, right? And this will not open until, you know, maybe all the flat has been built and ready to move in, right? So this is what they have announced, and it's along the Pan Island Expressway, very close to Toa and Novena area. So this is under District 11, right? Imagine you are staying in a BTO HDB flat, but it's in District 11. There's something quite unique, right? Because District 11 give people an impression that whereby they are all private residential properties, right? So this is the old Police Academy site. And if you look at this site, actually it's quite unique in a way that is surrounded with a lot of greenery, right? So I'm sure the view here will be quite nice and the air is going to be very fresh. It's very unique and you are close to city, but then very near to the green as well, right? So something whereby it's not easy to come by. Polo Club is over here, right? Yeah, so this is going to be Mount Pleasant site, quite big, 5,000 units can be built here, right? And next, number 4, Greater Southern Waterfront, GSW. I think this is one of the biggest plots announced lately by the government. They are able to build 6,000 BTO flats at the present Keppel Club location. So Keppel Club is going to move out in 2023, right? After that, they'll give way to the housing development. Over here is part of the Greater Southern Waterfront, whereby government talk a lot on this particular aspect. And the first project that is going to kickstart will be this BTO, right? Which is within the 3 years time, whereby officially they will kickstart the GSW project along the way. Of course, beside the HDB flat, you'll be able to get private residential apartment here as well. And this is a very, very unique plot. Why do I say that? Because you can see the plot is quite big and is really directly facing the waterfront, right? So I think this kind of site normally is catered for private residential, but over here, 6,000 very, very lucky buyers will have a chance to own a HDB flat in the part of the GSW, whereby this is going to be a huge project in the next 5 to 50 years in Singapore, right along the coastal line of the southern part of the island. I think there will be a lot of new housing development, new parks, connectors, and so on is going to build over here, especially when the PSA start to shift to Tuas. They'll free up a lot of land for residential. And all these are waterfront living, whereby I think it's very, very rare to get a HDB that are so close to the sea. I think this is going to be the first one, and I'm very sure the pricing here maybe will be one of the highest compared to all the 4 sites they have, the other 3 sites that I have shared with all of you, right? Because this is not only at the prime location, very close to CBD, but it also have the waterfront element. I think there's something whereby in private housing estate, these particular elements normally are able to command very high price if you are having a sea view or close to the sea, right? So I am not surprised the HDB flat here is going to be one of the most expensive one, mainly maybe close to 700,000 or above that for a 4-room flat. And this is in fact a very, very good and unique and rare opportunity to own a public housing here, right? Total got 6,000 units. So one thing we can see government actually are quite fair, because this such a big plot of land, they cater 6,000 units for public housing, whereby the other 3,000 will be mainly for private residentials, right? So the ratio go actually more towards the HDB flat. Yeah, so yeah, something that you can look out for, and it's going to be a very exciting announcement once they start the BTO process and so on, right? And on this the other view on this particular green land here is now House Keppel Club, and it will turn into the first residential project within the GSW, right? So something that expected to draw strong interest, that is for sure. Yeah, so after showing you all the 4 locations, just want to check with all of you, which are the estate that will draw the most interest? I don't know. I mean, have you ever thought of that? Would they classify under the prime location housing scheme or not, whereby it is undergoing a very stricter MOP and other conditions as well, right? And which has the most potential in capital appreciation out of these 4 brownfield sites? I mean, if you want, you can always leave a comment below, or if not, I mean, you know, if you are really keen to know how will it affect the private housing market in the future, will this actually cause an impact to the private housing as well or not? You can always, I mean, reach out to me. We can have more in-depth sharing, right, with other research data and so on. Then with that, this is just a very short video. And if you want to know more about real estate educational video, you can actually head on to my YouTube channel, because I have actually put up quite a fair bit of educational video from the landed property to condo to HDB. You can always check it out as this particular address, youtube.com, Jip Ng Real Estate. This is my personal YouTube channel, whereby you are able to draw some knowledge from there. Yeah, and if you can try to, if you head on to my channel, you are welcome to hit the bell, notification bell, like and follow, right? So that whenever I put up a new video, you will be notified as well, right? So that you can benefit from all my sharing. With that, then I'm going to end this short video clip. My name is Jip Ng, and I look forward to see you one day, if possible, right? Thank you very much. Bye.